I'll be down once.
Good evening. This meeting of the Essex County Board of County Commissioners is hereby called to order. This meeting is being live streamed in addition to taking place here in person. Madam Deputy.
Commissioner Cooper.
Here.
Commissioner Gill.
Here.
Commissioner Luciano.
Here.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Richardson.
Here.
Commissioner Siebold.
Here.
Commissioner Sermons.
Here.
Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas, absent. Commissioner President Pomaris.
Here. Please stand for the salute and ask Commissioner Cooper to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's get that silence in honor of those who we lost since the last time we came together. Thank you. Informing certification from the Deputy Clerk that this meeting is in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act. So let's move on to the approval of transcripts. Madam Deputy Clerk, do we have any?
Yes, Mr. President, we have one from the November 5th, 2025 Conference Board meeting.
Thank you. Commissioners, any questions or comments? Seeing none, so someone to move it?
Motion.
Moved by Cooper, second by Richardson. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk.
Commissioner Cooper.
Yes.
Commissioner Gill.
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano.
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Richardson.
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold.
Yes.
Commissioner Sermons.
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas, absent. Commissioner President Pomaris.
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, Madam Deputy Clerk, any topics of discussion?
No, Mr. President.
All right, so let's move on to public comment. Tonight's meeting is a combined conference board meeting, and we will vote on every item on the agenda. So if there's any member of the public who would like to comment on agenda items only, please just come to the microphone, state your name and affiliation for the record. You will have 3 minutes to speak. There will be time later in the evening for public comment on any other items. So I please ask you to limit your items at this point to agenda items only. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, commissioners. How is your day? I'm Chris Taylor, business representative for IBW Local. Here to speak on item H2, the introduction of the 2026 county budget. We're here because as you are now going to consider the 2026 budget, we need you to start to think about some things that deal with the employees and employee safety here in Essex County. Specifically, in the last recent days, we had a major blizzard and several other incidents of which we have reached out to the administration about which have adversely affected the employees. Recently, Essex County Executive Joseph DiVincenzo went on national news and made this statement. One second. Sorry. Of course, she's not going to come up. Let me try that one more time. My apologies. He essentially said that the county, all civilians should stay off the road, stay home, and stay safe. I will send it to you. That was his statement. Yet the county of Essex opened up the very next day at 6:30 in the morning and expected all of the employees to be here. Essex County's chief law enforcement official, Amir Jones, was on the exact same broadcast, and his statements were very clear. He says, this is not a suggestion. They're telling us to stay off the road, yet Essex County opened up and expected all of its employees to be here. We have implored this administration to stop this abhorrent behavior for years. Essex County will not shut the doors because they say if they do, they must pay corrections officers and hospital staff extra money. Well, you know this inclement weather is not going to change. Every meteorological agency in the world has told us these storms are only going to get worse. Since we have gone to the administration repeatedly,
30 seconds.
we had a situation a couple of weeks ago where a sprinkler burst in 50 South Clinton Street. No employee could get out of the rear of the building. The front gates were locked so nobody could get to their car. We've sent repeated requests to have a committee formed based upon the union contract look into it. Well, now we're coming to you because you have a labor committee, you have safety committees. We're now
Time.
asking you, since we haven't gotten a response from the administration, to do exactly that. Convene your committees now. Take a look at these different things. You are the legislators. If the administration won't do it, guess what? You can create a law that says if there's 5 to 7 inches of snow within a certain amount of time, there'll be a 2-hour delay in all county buildings. And if the executive disagrees with you, he can veto it and you can override it with a 2/3 majority and make it a statute now that the county has to follow. You can say if there's 12 inches of snow or better, county buildings need to shut down. You don't need his permission to do that. You don't need anyone. You are the legislators. We're asking you now to take advantage and put the safety of the county employees first, to say everybody else can stay home, but you guys come to work, and half of them got here, the lots weren't shoveled. We got pictures of 50 South Clinton that you couldn't get into.
Mr. Taylor?
We need your assistance.
We hear you loud and clear. Thank you.
Thank you.
Recognizing Commissioner Vice President.
Good evening. David Weiner, President of CDB Local 1081, representing the non-supervisory employees of the Essex County Division of Family Assistance and Benefits, AKA Welfare. We stand to speak about the same resolution, the same as my brother, but to underscore something within the budget. Every year, for many, many years, this county has contracted with one particular, not the only perhaps, but one particular provider of snow sugar. They have contracts worth millions of dollars with the County of Essex. And during this snowstorm on February 23rd, not only did they make us stay for our members come in and somehow even get out of the snow. If you lived in Newark, you'd understand, I'm sure. But they plowed the snow. The contract says plow and remove snow and ice. That's what the contract says, remove. But instead, they just pushed it all up against the parking spaces on the back of 50 South Clinton Street. That made our members, and they covered up disabled spots. So that made our disabled members have to park further away and walk also, they didn't plow the lot until about 11 o'clock that morning. Now, they're supposed to, and the city of East Orange blocked the entrance on Burnett Street to the lot by plowing the street, which their job to do. But the county should have had Sugar there much earlier in the morning before our people get there to plow and remove the ice and snow. It's not safe. So we're saying to you now, when you look at this budget, look at how much money are you spending for snow removal, and is it really happening, and is it happening as it's supposed to within the contract? We had non-shoveled snow walks between 320 and 321 University Avenue. Our disabled members could not walk. It is totally inequitable, and for this administration, not you, but the administration, to insist that employees come to work when the basic realities of life are not dealt with in advance of them getting there. And when they did get there, those that could travel there, some even took an Uber because they didn't want to be charged for a day. When they did get there, they found the conditions that I'm talking about. And I'm going to say it 30 seconds. I got you.
30 seconds.
So I'm going to say it again, that in this budget deliberation, I ask that you look at this. We also put in an Oprah request today, which all of you received because I see you everything, because we want to know We want the meetings for 4 committees, the Labor Committee, the Health and Safety Committee, and a couple of others. And we want to know for 2025, because I believe there's 19 subcommittees of the commissioners, supposed to cover every aspect of the executive branch. So therefore, we want to know when these committees met,
Time.
if they met, and if they had any reports. Thank you very much.
Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Lisa Maddox Douglas. I am the president for the Public Employees Supervisors Union, where I represent supervisory staff, mid-level staff, and managerial employees at the Division of Family Assistance and Benefits, and our locations are at 320-321 University Avenue and 50 South Clinton Street in East Orange. I stand in solidarity with my brothers, and I'm speaking to resolution number 2. I stand in solidarity with both David Weiner and Chris Taylor. We protest the unfair and discriminatory mandate which required non-essential staff to work despite a statewide and gubernatorially declared state of emergency. I believe the executive orders were Executive Order 8 and Executive Order number 15. It appears that despite the executive order, our employees were required to show up to the workplace. It was very unfortunate because it forced our employees to work, and it definitely posed a health and safety risk to all of those who actually made their way into the office. And those were both, like I stated, the individuals not only of CW Local 1081, but also IBW. So we are very upset about this, as you can imagine. We believe that there's a need to implement policies which will allow those who need, or if you're stating that we're mandatory, we need to be able to work remotely. We have sat at the negotiation table countless years asking for remote work. This is the time to make sure this becomes a reality. And if the county refuses to adhere to the governor's mandate, then we ask that you at least consider that, and that you allow what we would like to see as what we call a skeletal staff. If you believe that certain people need to be there, then come up with a skeletal staff. People who are extremely important, who need to be there to meet the needs of our constituents. And then what you do is perhaps have hazard pay, or make sure that they're paid handsomely, make sure that it's double time. But there needs to be some incentive. We ask that you meet with our unions to work together to identify a plan which would be something that we both can sit at the table with to make sure that our employees are treated fairly. Finally, I also ask that we have a
30 seconds.
Disparity study, or some type of study. I would like to know what the demographics are within the Division of Family Assistance and Benefits. I want to know how many women work here, okay? I want to know how many black women work there, and brown women. Because what we found is that a lot of women had to try to make their way into this place, to this workplace, when they had children at home. This is unfortunate. A lot of our work staff, some of them are single parents, and they had to figure out what to do with them.
Time.
Finally, we ask that you adhere to the executive order set forth by the governor, simply because it's the right thing to do, and it shows that you are actually putting the lives of those who are employed by Essex County first. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Maddox. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Norm Suteria, 99 Berkeley Avenue, Bloomfield, New Jersey. I'm speaking on items 2, 11, 31, and 33. Does Essex County take care of its employees? That's the question that came to my mind. Because in Bloomfield, they shut down, they knew about this storm, they knew about the totals, they acted proactively to shut down their government operations for the day and had people work remotely. Putting parents at risk, putting people at risk when they cannot move due to a governor's declared state of emergency is completely unacceptable to me as a taxpayer to hear these stories. So, moving on to item number 11. The Department of Corrections contract, $29 million. We're going to be spending $29 million on food at the Essex County Correctional Facility for the next 3 years. And Here's where I read about this. I read about this on your agenda as I was making a coconut curry on Sunday evening. And so the question came to mind. Are these meals of consistently high quality? Are they healthy and nourishing? Does this contract support and utilize a nutritionist and a dietitian to build healthy menus? Using today's menu, in fact, what's being served right now, what's being prepared right now, what was served? What was served all of the last week? And what is provided for $8 a day spread across 3 meals per incarcerated person? And in the contract, importantly, how are special needs met? Food allergies, ethical and religious diets, how are those handled? Examples, obviously, we all know them from our own families, perhaps ourselves. Gluten-free, nut-free, vegetarian, dairy-free, vegan, low-sodium, diabetic, low-carb, pescatarian, halal, kosher. You get the picture. I don't need to belabor that point. Where's the food prepared and how is cross-contamination, especially in regards to allergens, controlled? Are there any outstanding health code violations or corrective actions needed on the part of this company? And we know that they've had the contract for a long time. Finally, we are in the holy month of Ramadan. Is there coordination to serve meals before dawn, during the suhoor, and after sunset, and the iftar? So I hope that that's considered for number 11. Yes, thank you. I see the 30 seconds coming up.
30 seconds.
I also wish to 31 and 33. I fully support the commendations for Christy Crawford of Montclair and Corey S. Anderson of Bloomfield, as I know with both of them. Christy from my days at New York City First Robotics, and Corey from his DJing at the Bloomfield Farmers Market. Both individuals and their commendations are hard-earned and very well-deserved. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Madam Deputy Clerk, let the record reflect there's no one else wishing to speak at this time. We're going to move out of order and take resolutions 1 through 3, which are 2026 temporary emergency appropriations from various sources that will be read into the record at a later time. Mr. Jackson, good evening.
Good evening. Resolution 1, temporary emergency appropriation this is from the Branchbrook Park Alliance for Branchbrook Park improvements in the amount of $1,082,000. This is funding from NJDP Green Acres through the Alliance for basketball and bathroom improvements. Item 2, for the Department of Parks and Recreation and Cultural Affairs, the amount of $1,916,000. This is partial funding for Irvington Park softball field improvements. Item 3, from the New Jersey Department of Law and Public Safety for body armor replacement for the Office of the Sheriff, the amount of $32,143.26. This will provide for 30 vests, and the Office of the Sheriff is currently up to date with their replacements.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Shabazz, any questions on items 1 through 3?
No, Mr. President.
Mr. McInerney? No questions. Commissioners, any questions? Seeing none, so I'm going to move it.
I'll move it.
Moved by Siebel, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Richardson. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk, for 1, 2, and 3.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold?
Yes.
Commissioner Sermons? Yes. Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner President Palmeris?
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, let's go back in order to ordinance and resolutions on introduction and first readings. Madam Deputy Clerk, do we have any?
Yes, Mr. President, we have 2 resolutions for introduction and first reading.
All right, so let's move to Resolution 1 for introduction and first reading. It would be read into the record later time. Mr. Jackson?
Thank you. Treasurer Mohammed will address this issue.
Good evening, Mr. Mohammed.
Good evening, Hussam Mohammed, County Treasurer. Resolution number 1 authorized Essex County to exceed the 2026 tax levy cap by an additional 1%, 3.3 million, and establish a cap bank. The cap bank is not an actual bank, but it's a budget tool that allow the county to save the unused portion of the increase for potential use in future years if needed. Historically, we didn't use this before, but we just, at the standard resolution, we do every year.
Okay. Let's take this one first. Mr. Bowers, do you have any questions?
No question.
Mr. McInerney?
Just that, to reiterate what was just said, that when you think of a cap bank, just think of an additional way to authorize monies as opposed to any sort of physical cash.
So it's merely an authorization in the event we need to.
Yes, just in the event.
Thank you.
Authorize
Commissioners, any
money.
questions or comments on number one? Seeing none, do I have someone to move it?
I'll move it.
Moved by Siebel.
I'll second.
By Luciano. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold?
Yes.
Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner President Pomaris?
Yes.
So moved.
Thank you. Let's move on to Resolution 2 for introduction and first reading, which will be read into the record at a later time. Mr. Jackson and Mr. Mohammed handling this as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Mohammed?
Good evening, Hossein Mohammed, County Treasurer. Resolution number 2 to introduce the 2026 county budget. The budget has a tax increase of 1.74% and amount of $8 million.
Thank you. Mr. Bowers, any questions?
No questions, Mr. President.
Mr. McInerney?
Yes, just that as you know, the Board of Commissioners held their public hearings on the budget. We went through every department. As Mr. Mohammed said, there's a 1.74% increase in the tax levy, which is a rather low percentage increase. We looked at the revenue base, which is a stable revenue base. Some of the additional items we predict will be collected, the one-shots, which are very nominal. Overall, the only real changes that happen from prior years is some readjustments between salaries and wages, base salaries, and overtime expenses. Those amounts budgeted were a little bit different this year. Some of them much more in line with what happened in the previous years. So all in all, I would say that I would encourage the board to move forward on this and to introduce the budget this evening.
Thank you, Mr. McInerney. And indeed, we did have 2 nights of hearings where we went through the budget very thoroughly, and there were a lot of very good questions asked by the board and certainly by the administration, things that were presented in a very clear and distinct way. So I thought it was a very, an excellent opportunity to see how the county budget works. Commissioners, any questions or comments? I know we fully vetted this at the hearings already. So I have someone to move it? Move it. Moved by Richardson.
Second.
Second by Vice President Mary Thomas. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk, number 2.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold?
Yes.
Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner President Pomaris?
Yes.
So moved.
Thank you. All right, so let's go to, Madam Deputy Clerk, let's move to ordinance on second reading and public hearing for listing purposes only. Do we have any?
No, we do not, Mr. President.
All right, so we'll move on to ordinance and resolutions on second reading and public hearing. Do we have any?
Yes, Mr. President, we have 2, ordinance O 2025-00013 and ordinance O 2025-0014.
Okay. Let's move on to ordinance O-2025-00013. We'll be ready to the record later time. I hereby declare public hearing on ordinance number O-2025-00013 open. If there's any member of the public who would like to comment for or against this ordinance, please come to the microphone and state your name and affiliation. For the record, you have 3 minutes to speak. Seeing none, Ms. Shabazz, do you have any questions?
No questions, Mr. President.
Mr. McInerney?
No questions.
Commissioners? Seeing none? All right. Commissioners, do I have a motion and a second to close public hearing on ordinance O-2025-00013?
All motion.
Moved by Luciano,
Second.
second by Richardson. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk, to close.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold?
Yes.
Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner President Palmeris?
Yes. Okay, this matter is now closed, so we're going to move on to ordinance O-2025-00014. It will be read into the record at a later time. I hereby declare public hearing on ordinance number O-2025-00014 open. If there's any member of the public who would like to comment for or against this ordinance, please come to the microphone, state your name and affiliation for the record. You have 3 minutes to speak. Seeing none, Mr. Bowers, do you have any questions?
No question, Mr. President.
Mr. McInerney?
No questions.
Commissioners, any questions or comments? Seeing none, do I have a motion and a second to close public hearing on ordinance O-2025-00014? Motion by Sermons. Second, Luciano. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold?
Yes.
Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner President Palmeris?
Yes.
So moved.
Thank you. This matter is now closed. So let's go on to resolutions 4 through 9, which are from the Department of Administration Finance Office of Management and Budget. It should be read into the record at a later time. Mr. Jackson?
Thank you, Mr. President. Treasurer Mohammed will handle 4 through 9.
He's going to have a workout today, I see. Mr. Mohammed.
Good evening, Hussam Mohammed, County Treasurer. Resolution 4 to 9, these resolutions to authorize the county to exceed the 2% cap. Back in 2015, the state imposed a 2% cap on constitutional offices, and anytime we have in the budget exceeding that, we have to have resolutions. This is based on a calculation having in consideration revenue collected by each department in the prior year. And we ask for authorization to exceed the cap for Board of Election, Board of Taxation, Surrogate Court, Prosecutor Office, Sheriff's Office, and County Clerk.
Thank you. That for all of them, I'm pretty much in the same scenario. Do you want to go through them all or any?
Yes.
Please. Let's go straight to 9. We're all covered. Mr. Shabazz, any questions on 4 through 9?
No legal questions.
Mr. McInerney?
No questions.
Commissioners, any questions on 4 through 9? Kind of jolly the same. Someone to move?
Move it.
Moved by Richardson. I have a second. Second by Sermons. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk, 4 through 9.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold?
Yes.
Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner President Palmeris?
Yes.
So moved.
Let's move on to resolution number 10, which is from the Department of Health and Rehabilitation Office of Public Health and Management. Will be read into the record at a later time. Mr. Jackson?
Yes, Director Harlow will address this item.
Thank you. Good evening, Director.
Good morning, Commissioners and President.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. I always say that. I don't know.
Have you had a long day?
I want it to be. Good evening, and Maya Harlow, Director of the Office of Public Health Management, Essex County Health Officer. We have received extra grant funding to provide professional services for our national health accreditation. As most of you have heard, we had an extraordinarily successful site visit from our National Accreditation Board. There's still some items that need to be addressed, and also we're going to go forward to our reaccreditation. So to make sure that we continue the fabulous work in providing world-class public health services here in Essex County, we want to ensure that we're doing exactly what we should. Therefore, we hired the consulting company to ensure that everything is up and beyond par.
Great. Thank you. Ms. Shabazz, any questions?
No questions, Mr. President.
Mr. McInerney? any-
No questions.
Commissioners, any questions? Seeing none, is someone to move it?
I'll move it.
Moved by Siebold. Do I have a second? Second by Sermons. I'm still good today. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold?
Yes.
Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner President Palmeris?
Yes.
So moved.
Thank you. Keep up the good work. Let's move on to resolutions 11 and 12, which are from the Department of Corrections and will be read to the record at a later time.
Director Charles.
Good evening, Director Charles.
Good evening, Mr. President and members of the board. The Department of Corrections has 2 items on the agenda for your consideration this evening. Item number 11 is the contract award for GD Correctional Services to provide food services at the jail. It is a 3-year contract with 2 one-year options. I have with me tonight the Regional Director of GD, Jen Lamberg, if you have any questions beyond my scope.
I'm sorry, is she the, from the contractors?
Yes.
Okay, so please, why don't you just come on up, state your name and affiliation, and just tell us a little bit about the services that you provide.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to apologize in advance if I lose my voice. Jennifer Langenbeck, a resident district director with GD Correctional Food Services. We've had a partnership with Essex County Correctional Facility for over 20+ years. Now we look forward to the upcoming future as well. We provide over 10,000 meals in Essex County Correctional Facility. Currently have 36 employees that work in the kitchen, along with 2 directors, resident district director that is there. And we look forward to the future.
Thank you. Ms. Shabazz, do you have any questions?
No questions.
Mr. McInerney, do you
I
have
don't have
any
any
questions?
questions this time.
Commissioners, do you have any questions? Commissioner Richardson, then Murray Thomas, and then Cooper.
2 questions. One question is, how many of those employees are Essex County residents?
Currently, we have inmates, 32 in the morning shift and 32 in the afternoon shift.
Did you say inmates?
Oh, right. 37 employees.
And how many from
GD
Essex
employees.
County? How many of them live in Essex County? Not talking about inmates.
No, I'm
are
sorry.
these-
Correct. We have 24, I believe, 24 staff that live in Essex County.
Okay, there was a question from a gentleman in the office about the halal process and
So we do honor all religions. We are currently in Ramadan. So we provide them an enhanced breakfast meal that they eat before the sun comes up. They get a double dinner. So they're getting a double protein, vegetable, and starch to make up for their lunch. We're in Lent. We will celebrate Eid. We let them participate in the menu. We have the Ramadan tier reps that are part of our meetings prior to Ramadan starting. They will give us suggestions, ideas of what they would like. We incorporate that in the menu. So it's kind of, we do the menu with them for Ramadan. Medical diets, we honor diabetic, 1824, 3600 calorie diabetic, renal bland, low sodium, low cholesterol diets. So all that, we do have a registered dietitian that is there full-time with us as well. That is always looking at the menu. We're always involving the inmates in the menu and the preparation. Any suggestions that they would have, we incorporated in it.
thank you.
Commissioner Vice President?
Thank
Did you
you.
have questions, or was anything covered, overlap?
Yeah, no, I have a question.
Okay.
Through you, Mr. President, thank you for your time, and thank you, Director Charles, for being here. I think I shared the last time that we had you with us, Director Charles, and now, remind me of your name, ma'am?
Jennifer.
Now that Jennifer's here, what's your last name? Langenbeck? Langenbeck. Ms. Langenbeck is here, maybe you could speak to this. But I had received some credible concerns from constituents who either themselves had recently been incarcerated or family members were incarcerated about the quality of food. In one case even, there being maggots in the food that they had received. And it was so bad that someone had said to them, a worker said, you actually can't eat this, I'm not even going to give this to you. So my question was for you, Ms. Langenbeck, pardon me if I said that incorrectly, and Director Charles, is what are your processes and procedures for ensuring the quality of food that people receive is both prepared accurately and distributed in a way that it does not, rot over time and then ultimately get served to someone in a state that is frankly inhumane. So what are the processes in place to prevent that from happening?
Sure. Well, I will promise you that That is not accurate. We have let me start by our vendors that we use. Very reputable vendors that we use, Ace and Deco, Driscoll Foods, Plainfield Produce, all high quality. Just to give you an idea of what is on the menu, they get an 18-ounce to 20-ounce chicken leg quarter 3 times a week that they will pick if they want curry chicken, if they want barbecue sauce on it. Their meals, we have our inspections, we have a daily, weekly, we have a monthly inspection, the health department that is there regularly, usually twice a year. Our dietitian, we have a lot of steps in place. The food, we don't ever use any leftover food. We know what our count is, we know what we're preparing, we know what our ounces are and what they're getting. So I can ensure that the food and the quality is pretty good.
I hear you, but again, like I'm going off like a very kind of credible source. And I'm not saying this is even the norm, right? But what I am saying is that there's pretty significant, at least based off the kind of information that I've gathered, that this did occur. And so all I'm really urging you guys to do is to see where there are ways in which things can fall short. I gave an example, I think the last time Director Charles was here, back when I was on the school board, one of the issues that we had with meals for students, the vendor was solid, it was decent food, but it was how the food was being, it was like some kind of issue between how it got to, and particularly in this one case, we had a school where they didn't even have a functioning kitchen because the school itself was like 150 years old. And so it cost like $2 million to give them a kitchen. And at some point, the issue was that between the food getting there and the preparation, the food like just wasn't warm by the time it had got to kids. And, you know, we had tried to work out some things to prevent that. Saying all this to say, I know you guys have a functioning kitchen, that's not the case there. But there is something in certain cases, I fear, that's being missed. And so maybe that's not on the supplier end, maybe that's on the, you know, the end of the facility. That's why I don't know if Director Charles could speak to any protocols that you guys have in place. But I did want to lift this because just because someone is inside, that does not mean they lose their access and their rights to quality food. And so I'm hoping that this is something that we can pay just a little more attention to. Again, not suggesting that this is the norm, but even one instance of this happening isn't okay. And so I just want to lift that up.
Sure, absolutely. And we will keep on doing our pre and post meal checks. We talk to our staff daily before every meal is laid out and the proper prep time, which is usually 3 days we're prepped ahead. But we will keep on that.
Good, VP? We're good?
Yeah,
Good.
absolutely, thank you.
Okay. Commissioner Cooper.
Thank you, Mr. President. Director, I'm thinking about the last time that the GD group was here before us, and we talked about the rates. Well, let me ask this question first. Are the inmates still involved with running the kitchen and putting the food out?
I think so.
Okay, so I expected that question since your visit. So here's what we did first. We sent out the RFP to move it in the direction of either eliminating or restricting the inmate workers, right?
Right.
The initial financials that came back on that were astronomically high. So then what we did was we re-put out the RFP to continue using the inmate workforce. However, we've taken many safety precautions internally from the department to ensure some of the things that we were worried about with that, number one. Number two is that we've worked with GD about incentivizing the inmate workforce, right? We're now giving them movie night for the workers. We're now giving them special meals on top of the meals that they get once or twice a week. Outside food like hamburgers, cheeseburgers, pizza, those types of things. And I've upped the pay for the inmates. I've actually almost doubled it to get them to come to work. And we haven't had a problem over the last few months. And the staff and all that, and the safety and security of that, the things that we have in place have shown great positive stuff come through.
So roughly, what was the potential numbers looking like, out of curiosity, if we completely remove the inmate workforce component?
Over $5 million a year.
Additional on this price?
That's correct.
All right. One of the other issues that I recall was the amount of pay that the inmates received for physically working. It was really, really low, and this body had asked for that rate to be evaluated and increased. Did I hear you say a minute ago that it was increased?
I've actually doubled it. It was like $6.32. It's now $12 and so I doubled it.
$12.32. So that's better than what it was. I think hopefully over time we could probably build in, because as you just said, if we were to remove the inmate workforce component altogether, it would be an additional $5 million. And knowing that many of the men and women that serve, that unfortunately are housed in that institution, when they leave with nothing. They're going home with nothing and gotta, figure out housing and so many other things. I too received some complaints about the quality of the food from folks who were former inmates at the place. And I agree with Commissioner Vice President's comments that from listening to the people, I don't think the issue may be the delivery systems or the entities that you're getting the food from. It may be some monkey business happening with some of the people that are in there comparing. So I don't know how frequent you evaluate tests to make sure that all the protocols are following through the way and the level that they should. Like Ms. Jennifer, are you physically the eyes and ears there on the scene overseeing the process?
Yes, I am. And I will, every meal before it's put out, we do a sample tray. It goes to the administration for everything that from kosher to our halal Ramadan meals, our breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It is checked. We have a pre and post meal check that we do before every meal. My staff, a GD staff, we have 3 cooks that are cooking the food. So.
All right. Well, Mr. Charles, Director Charles, I hope that the additional measures you put in will address some of the issues that was brought out the last time we had a penal hearing, some of the concerns that you and the administration had. So hopefully we can overcome some of those barriers. Thank you.
Commissioner Luciano, then we'll come back to Vice President.
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you to the other commissioner colleagues for your comments. Director Charles, thank you. Jennifer, representing GD Correctional, also thank you for your time and coming here tonight. I just want to put on the record my experience with GD Correctional and give a little snapshot of their background. GD Correctional is a sister company of Gourmet Dining. For any of you that don't know, Gourmet Dining is also the food service company for Caldwell University, Seton Hall University, and Montclair State. They feed all of our students here in Essex County. About 6 years ago, I was there for a ribbon cutting down the street at Rutgers Newark. John Bon Jovi's Soul Kitchen is in collaboration with Gourmet Dining as well. So, in my opinion, if John Bon Jovi and what he does to feed those in need has collaborated with Gourmet Dining, I think they know the business, and I think they're doing a great job, along with the other universities. And I'm a graduate of Seton Hall, and I know as far back as when I was in college, Gourmet Dining was running the food services then. So I have the utmost confidence in your company and all the work that you've done here in Essex County. Sure, I'm sure there's also problems with food spoiling at times. We all know that there's problems. I have them in my own refrigerator at home. Preparation, I love that we use the inmates. I think it's a great way, for them to, earn their keep and show that they're ready to join society again, because we do believe in that, right? That everyone's getting second and some cases third chances to make up where they've lost, and what better way than over food and meals, because that creates camaraderie, that creates family, and I just really believe that that's why we spend so much time around the dinner table and out to dinner, because it really means something. So I wholeheartedly support this contract going forward, and I'd like to move it, but again, I don't want to take away from anyone else's discussion questions.
I think
Thank
we
you.
have another question here. I'll come back to you. Commissioner Vice President?
Through you, Mr. President. I definitely appreciate the dialogue. I've always been a fan of the gray, right? I think that most things aren't always black and white. So, it could be that GD Correctional is a solid. I don't think anyone's necessarily disputing that. But we also know that was what we hear directly from constituents and people who have been inside. And so we have to address multiple things at the same time. And I think we're capable of doing that. So I'm appreciative of both of you for speaking to that. Before you left, though, Director Charles, I just wanted to really commend you. I know there's a few different people in my district who have recently actually left Essex County facility. And they're leaving with OSHA 10 certifications. They're leaving with their high school equivalency. They're leaving, to your point, right, as Commissioner Cooper said, often a lot of people leave our correctional facilities in general with nothing. But in this case, in our case, we have a lot of people who actually are leaving with some resources. And I think that as a big testament to the commitment of you and your team and this administration, and you know, and a lot of the work that I can speak personally to, a young man in particular I'm thinking about, who's been taking classes since he's been inside, right? And so again, multiple things can be true at once. We've got work to do, full stop, period. And there's some good stuff going on that we need to highlight, celebrate, and continue to amplify in our correctional facility. So thank you for being here, for your work.
I appreciate that, and I'll bring it back to my team. Through you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Commissioner Luciano, you want to move it?
Move.
Vice President, would you like to second it?
Sure.
Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk, for number 12.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold?
Yes.
Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner President Palmeris?
Yes. That was for 11. Yeah, that was for 11. I'm sorry, if I said 12, I meant to say 11. 12 is next. Thank you. And I said yes, too.
Yes.
Director Charles, number 12?
Yes, number 12 for your consideration is for a contract change order with SDA Laundry Tech. They provide laundry repairs to the nearly 100 washers and dryers we have on the housing units and the major laundry room, which has 12 commercials, washers and dryers as well. So we decided to upgrade some of the washers and dryers. They've been there since the jail was built 20 years ago, so we think it's time to upgrade some of that. So some of the repairs are for that.
Ms. Shabazz, any questions?
No questions,
Mr.
President.
McInerney, any
No
questions on
questions.
12? Commissioners, questions on 12? Commissioner Vice President?
Thank you. Just for clarity, through you, Mr. President. So these are for the laundry machines that the inmates that are used to wash inmate clothes?
That are on the housing unit, that's correct.
Okay, got it. And are they currently, like, do they still work, or is it just like some of them have issues, or?
Some of them have issues.
Okay,
so-
got it.
So we're changing them out.
Got it. And once these, thank you for that. And once these are implemented, what's the rough timeline for that to happen? Because I know they don't really get a lot of clothes, so I know this is probably
So
time
there's
sensitive.
just about 100 on all the housing units. We're hoping to get it done within 30 days.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Cooper?
Thank you. Director, do the inmates have to pay to wash their clothes?
No,
So it's free of charge?
yes.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions? Seeing none, someone move it?
Motion.
Moved by Cooper, second.
Second.
Second by Richardson. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk, for number 12.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold?
Yes.
Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner President Palmeris?
Yes.
So moved.
Thank you, Director. Let's move on to Resolution 13, which is from the Office of the County Clerk. Will be read into the record at a later time. Mr. Coulter, is that you?
That's me, Mr. President. Office of the County Clerk, contract change order with Reliance Graphic, Inc. to provide printing services for election materials, adding an amount of $439,000. The original contract was for $2,195,000. The new contract will be $2,634,000. So 20% change order.
Thank you, Ms. Shabazz. Any questions on 13?
No questions, Mr. President.
Mr. McInerney?
No questions.
Commissioners, questions on 13? Seeing none, someone to move it?
I'll move it.
Moved by Siebold, or a second?
Second.
Luciano, thank you. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk, for number 13.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold?
Yes.
Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner President Palmeris?
Yes.
So moved.
Let's move on to Resolution 14, which is from the Superintendent of Elections and Commissioner of Registration, and will be read into the record at a later time. Mr. Coulter?
Superintendent of Election Commission of Registration contract change order with Election Graphic, Inc. to provide voting machine support and certification, adding the amount of $100,200. Original contract was for $501,000. The new contract is for $601,200. 20% change order, Mr. President.
Thank you. Ms. Shabazz?
No question.
Mr. McInerney?
No questions.
Commissioners, questions on 14? Seeing none, someone to move it? Don't all rush.
Move it.
Moved by Vice President. No, second.
Second.
Second by Richardson. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk, 14?
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado? Absent. Commissioner Richardson?
Figured I'd take a nice long pause. Yes.
Commissioner Siebel?
Yes.
Commissioner Sermons? Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner President Palmeris?
Yes.
So moved.
Let's move on to resolutions 15 through 19, which are for the Department of Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs. Commissioner Richardson's favorite man.
There he
Mr.
is.
Zates is here.
Joshua Zates, Essex County Parks. Good evening, Board of Commissioners. Number 15 is a contract award to Forza Golf Carts, sole responsive bidder to furnish and deliver the rental of electric and gas-powered golf maintenance vehicles May 1st of this year through April 30th of 2030, amount not to exceed $1,289,517.44. This is for golf carts that are used throughout the park system, but not at any of the 3 golf courses. If the board recalls, at a previous meeting, you approved the golf carts for the golf courses. This is specifically for maintenance carts that would be used at the zoo, through our maintenance department at the and as well as the environmental center. Number 16 is a contract award to Steris Corporation to provide maintenance and inspection for procedure room Steris equipment at the Animal Wellness Center. 24-month contract, amount not to exceed $70,014.88. As the board can recall, about a year ago, the Animal Wellness Center opened at the Turtleback Zoo. This is to inspect and maintain some of the equipment that's used for veterinary services over at the zoo. Number 17 is authorization to use the Essex County Recreation Open Space Trust Fund to fund a match to the Green Acres Grant Award for the Branchbrook Park basketball and bathroom improvements, amount not to exceed $518,425. Earlier this evening, the board approved an insertion of funds from Green Acres for this project. This is the match part of that project. And the actual contract will be coming up later on the agenda. Number 18 is authorization to use the Essex County Recreation Open Space Trust Fund to fund the Irvington Park softball field improvements, amount not to exceed $305,765. Again, previously in the agenda, there is a budget insertion from Green Acres for money for this project. This is additional money needed to fully fund that project, and that'll be coming up later on the agenda. And finally, number 19 is authorization to use the Essex County Recreation Open Space Trust Fund to fund the South Mountain Recreation Complex mini golf improvements, amount not to exceed $178,500. And again, this is the funding source for a later agenda item. Happy to answer any questions the board may have.
Thank you, Mr. Zates. Ms. Shabazz, any questions?
No
on
legal
15?
question.
Mr. Macker, any questions? 15,
What's the estimated life on one of those carts? They're both electric and gas, right?
Joshua Zates, Essex County Parks. Through you, Mr. President, that's correct. It's been our experience that since it's a 4-year contract, it lasts the full 4 years, but as with any kind of electric or gas-powered vehicle, there are some maintenance issues, and the company comes out and we replace them as needed or fix them on an as-needed basis.
So is this for the acquisition, correct?
No, this is for the rental, the lease.
rentals of them?
Yeah.
And then as you need them, they come back and replace them?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioners, Commissioner Siebel?
Thank you. The Open Space Trust Fund Advisory Board met recently and discussed fully some of the items on the agenda, and they were approved by everyone to come before the Board of Commissioners tonight. So thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other questions or comments? Commissioner Vice President.
Through you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Zates. I have a question for 18 and 20. Firstly, for 18, just as far as the, really great to hear that we got the authorization for the funding of the softball field improvements in Irvington Park. Something that's been coming up a couple of times in our meetings over the past few months, particularly as it refers to Weekway. I'm sure this may apply more broadly, though, is community members not always knowing when these improvements and construction, et cetera, is going to happen. And so I know this is probably looking a bit ahead, but how are we approaching as a county letting people who use these parks fairly regularly know what disruptions, if any, will occur when there's some developments there?
Sure. Joshua Zates, Essex County Parks. To you, Mr. President. So what we do is any permit holders that historically use those fields, we get notification. We try, the issue is no matter when you start construction, it's going to inconvenience somebody. So we try to do it in a time frame that it would inconvenience the least amount of people. Again, it's not to say it's not going to work for everybody, but the permit office does let the permit holders know that that field's under construction. And then when the actual construction is set to start, we would put a sign up in the fence line or what have you to notify the public.
Something we talked about that I'll definitely be following up with you guys on to see how I could be helpful in this is doing these kind of like quarterly updates, if you will, with the people, with the community, particularly in our county parks, letting them know when we have some advance notice if we're going to have this improvement in this major part of this park, and we know there's a lot of traffic here, a lot of use, giving people an update. Just so you know this is happening, because to your point, it's helpful for the permit holders, but even if I don't hold a permit and I frequent Weekway Park, or I frequent Irvington Park, or I frequent Watsonsing, Orange, what have you, it'll be helpful to kind of know. So I'm looking forward to just kind of supporting you guys on that. Lastly, though, this is around 20, with the synthetic turf softball field. I know we've had some different conversation here as a board. I know Commissioner Gill and even Cooper have talked at length about this in the past, as far as eco-friendly environmental precautions going into mind when we have these new turf. Just wondering, how does a synthetic field fit as far as our environmental concerns? This is for 20.
So Joshua Zates, I would have to defer to Public Works specifically for that.
For sure, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking ahead. Sorry about that. Okay, thank you so much.
If you know the winning lottery numbers, please let me know as well. So.
Thank you.
Commissioner, any other questions or comments? Someone to move 15 to 19? Moved by Seabold. Second?
Second.
Second by Richardson. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado absent. Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Seabold?
Yes.
Commissioner Sermons? Yes. Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner President Pomaris?
Yes.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Zates. Let's move on to resolutions 20 through 22, which are from the Department of Public Works, Division of Engineering. We'll be read into the record at a later time. Good evening, Mr. Antonio.
Good evening, David Antonio, Department of Public Works. Item number 20, awards Thomas & Sons, known as Develop Builders, a contract to construct the synthetic turf improvements to the softball field and the lighting upgrades to the soccer field at Irvington Park in an amount not to exceed $2,221,764. Develop Builders submitted the lowest of the 9 bids received by the county, and the project consists of synthetic turf upgrades to 2 softball fields, as well as installation of lighting at the soccer field, also at Irvington Park. We do have Mr. Jay Patel here from Develop Builders. He would like to introduce his company and answer any questions the board may have. Jay.
Thank you.
Jay,
Come on up to the mic. Please just state your name and affiliation. Tell us about your company and then about the project overall from your perch.
Good evening. My name is Jay Patel. I'm representing Develop Builders here today. We are a general contractor and have been in business since 2006. I've been myself with the company 8+ years, and we have successfully completed and still currently working for several townships within Passaic, Bergen, Hudson, and Essex counties. We have 12 employees total, in which 2 of them are Essex County residents. We typically deal with site work, athletic field improvements, drainage improvements, site and amenity installations in parks and municipal buildings. We do firehouses and things like that. We're certified small businesses and certified minority business as well. That's all I have. Thank you, and I look forward to working with Essex County on this project.
Okay, hang out there for a second. Mr. Baz, do you have any questions for the vendor?
No questions.
Mr. McInerney, any
No
questions?
questions.
Commissioners, any questions for the vendor? Commissioner Richardson?
Where's your company located?
That company is located in New Milford,
Where? I didn't hear.
New Milford, New Jersey.
All right, any other questions? All right, Commissioner Vice President? Go ahead.
Through you, Mr. President, I preemptively shared this earlier, but I'm wondering if you could speak to, first of all, thank you for the work that you guys do. Essex County is the second largest county in the state of New Jersey, and our parks are some of the most frequented in the state. And so, making sure that our young people and all our community members have access to quality fields is super important. So thank you guys for being a part of that. I'm wondering if you could speak to the kind of environmental precautions, concerns around synthetic turf, et cetera, particularly as it may, I've done some research on how it can sometimes contribute to what's called like urban heat islands in urban contexts because of the nature of the material itself. The increase of the heat can just not necessarily be great for the environment, et cetera. And even when I was an athlete, which was back in the day, the turf field is always like 10 degrees hotter than the regular grass. So I'm wondering if you could speak to some concerns there, both for like athletes in general, but then also environmental and precautions that you guys take.
Mr. Bittal, before you answer, please just state your name and affiliation so that when they transcribe, they know who's responding. Okay?
Sure.
Thank you.
Jay Patel with Develop Builders. In regards to your question about the synthetic turf improvements, we've done a bunch of synthetic turf installations, and once the turf is delivered, and we kind of contain that storage for the turf and everything like that. In regards to the engineer, you typically would approve what turf would be installed, things like that. As far as we would need a storage location and kind of contain that turf, and installation-wise, it'd be contained within the construction site. So that's all I can say about that. I'm not too sure.
Mr. Tony, do you want to elaborate?
Yeah, help him out. He needs some help.
David Antoni, Department of Public Works. Today, synthetic turf products are safer than they have ever been, not only from the perspective of the athlete, the user, but also from environmental considerations, such as the heat effect that you mentioned earlier, that back in the old days, you walked onto one of the synthetic fields, you felt like it was always 50 degrees hotter than it was on the grass. With today's materials, there's been great advances made by the manufacturers. We have specified the latest and greatest products, like we always do. We have met with representatives from the companies that make these materials. We're aware of the concerns, right? At the end of the day, we want people to use these fields and be safe. And we have been assuaged by our conversations that these materials are safe, they're getting safer, and the county is only going to put what's available, that's the best product available for the users.
And thank you for that. And just so I'm hearing that correctly, so you guys, when you're selecting your vendors, you're ensuring that these kind of highest quality materials are what's used by the vendor.
Through you, Mr. President, you're correct. We hire an engineering company to develop these plans.
Got it.
Part of their job is to spec out the best product available.
Right, thank you. I know this has come up before, so I appreciate that elaboration. Thank you.
Commissioner Sermons?
I just want to know, when is the project starting?
Sure. Jay Patel with Develop Builders. Once we get the notice to proceed, we can start as fast as 2 to 4 weeks.
Okay. Commissioner Cooper?
Thank you. Mr. Jackson, we've been kicking around this issue related to turf for quite some time now. What's the administration's policy perspective? Like, you prefer to use turf because it's better over a longer period of time? You prefer grass? Does the engineering, does the groups, who recommend what we do?
Well, as Mr. Antonio said, we hire a firm to recommend and to develop the specs. However, the policy of the county is sort of a hybrid approach. We turf the infields and the outfields, which is the vast majority of the playing area, is grass. So we only use the infield because that's the most heavily used. So that really cuts down on the amount of turf. And we've had some discussions with advocates who are not in favor of turf at all, but they've viewed it as a very good compromise. And as also Mr. Antonio said, the technology keeps improving quite a bit. So in terms of the temperature and the, I can't remember, dropped the chemical that people are concerned about that are essentially not in those anymore. So it's evolving, but I think one of the major steps we've taken is to just make sure that it's just the infields that are being turfed.
So I think I heard you said that we use a hybrid approach. We use a combination of turf in some areas, grass in other areas, and we try our best to make sure that we're picking a product that stays away from the chemicals that the public generally had some concerns about. The engineers evaluate and come back with a perspective, and that's how we develop it. Typically, what's the useful life for the turf improvements and things that we use? Like, is it a year, 5 years, 10 years?
I would defer to Mr. Antonio, but I think it's 7 to 10 years is a useful life.
Thank you.
One last question, through you, Mr. President. And is that the case for, like, in Weequahic Park, for example, which is the most used park in the county? Would that turf similarly have the same, roughly the same timeline, 7 to 10 years as far as the turf? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, thank you, Mr. Patel. Let's move on to 21.
David Antonio, Department of Public Works. Item number 21, awards Sina Enterprises the contract to build the Branch Brook Park basketball court comfort station renovation in the amount not to exceed $1,036,850. Sina Enterprises submitted the lowest of the 4 bids received by the County of Essex. The proposed renovation will consist of resurfacing the existing basketball courts, installation of a new basketball equipment, improvements to the existing bathroom. The basketball court will now have new fencing, new lighting fixtures. There will be new player benches, new scoreboard, and of course, the bathroom building itself will be improved with a new brick facade. The exterior will be painted. There will be new floors and freshly painted walls in the interior. And we do have Mr. Bill Shortjoff of Sina Construction also here today. He's also a new vendor. He would also like to maybe spend a minute or two introducing his company and perhaps answer any questions the board may have. Bill. No.
Good evening. Please just state your name and affiliation. Tell us about your company and the project as you see it.
Good evening. My name is Bill Shteriov. I'm from Sina Enterprises. I'm their principal. Our company is registered in Clifton, but we have an office and a shop in Belleville. We're a general contractor. We usually work with governmental agencies. We've done work with Bergen County. We have a contract right now with City of Newark. We work extensively with the Essex County College. Still have work over there. Yeah, we specialize in this type of public works. Yeah, and we're looking forward to do one job with the Essex County.
Thank you. Mr. Baz, any questions for the vendor?
No question.
Mr. McInerney, any questions for the vendor?
No questions.
Commissioners, any questions for the vendor? Commissioner Vice President?
Through you, Mr. President. Mr. Antonio, I know you said that it's the comfort station that's being renovated, but I feel like I heard you said that the court itself would also be renovated. Is that correct?
David Antonio, Department of Public Works. Right. I'm sorry, you're correct. The renovations are not just for the basketball courts. It's also for the building that's right next door, which is the bathroom facility.
Yes.
So this is if you're on Branch Brook Park at the southern end, almost at the corner of
By the
280 in
pool?
Clifton by the Colonnade building.
Yeah.
Across the street from the Colonnade building. There's a building right next to the basketball courts. That's the building being renovated.
Okay.
It has a bathroom in it, and since we're out there doing this work, we're also going to improve the basketball court because it's adjacent to that.
That's great. And when was the last time, out of curiosity, the bathroom had been renovated? Do we know?
Through you, Mr. President, off the top of my head at this moment, I cannot tell you a specific date, but I can tell you it was.
A while.
Yeah, it must have been a while back.
Okay, good. So that's great to hear that that's happening. I asked, so just because snow is melting, praise the Lord, and young people are like using the basketball courts again. And so I wanted to just get a sense of the timeline, particularly that area. Kids are always, I've even seen people shooting basketballs there during the snow. Like, it's a very popular court. So could you give us like a rough timeline as far as the court itself, how long that'll be off duty or off use?
Yes, so Bill Stereo with Sina Enterprises. Yeah, so we have a 6-month contract from the notice to proceed, which would be issued soon, I guess. And then, so it's the resurfacing of the court. It's not that of a lengthy process. So I would say we can. I mean, we have to close out that area probably for 5-6 months. And we
For
could
clarity,
probably,
the whole area or just?
So it's going to be the basketball courts and the conference station, which is the bathroom building with the storage. Now, if we can probably come to an agreement with the county to finish the basketball courts first, and then just put a fence around the conference station, and then maybe that can be used. But then there's also equipment involved, like the scoreboards and basketball, which are finishes, and when it comes to construction, those are the last items you install.
Yeah.
So, but again, like that falls into when we organize the schedule. We're gonna talk with the architect, with engineers, which way we want it to proceed. And yeah, the whole contract is 6 months, but we can make provisions where we can make the courts like sooner, I guess.
Thank you. That would be my recommendation, because the spring is near and the summer is near, and there's a whole basketball league that happens over there in the summers that like my cousin plays at, so he would be mad if I didn't say this, but forget about him. This for the young people in general. I think that it's a very popular and highly utilized part of our park system. So if we could prioritize the courts first, and that would be great for the public. So thank you so much. To the extent, of course, that this works within you all's plan. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on to 22. Oh, I'm sorry, Commissioner Richardson. Sorry.
One last question. How many employees do you have?
We have 4 employees in the office and 2 employees on like laborers on the field.
So only 2 people. How many people are you going to employ to do the bathrooms and the courts?
So we're gonna have my 2 laborers are gonna be there in and out, and then there's also 10+ subcontractors that also employ a bunch of people that are gonna be working on the project.
Approximately how many of those employees for your subcontractors will be from Essex County?
So I usually work with people in this area. Like I said, our shop is located here, so I would say there should be more than 15 people that are actually going to leave here, because I have a electrician. They're located in Nutley. So yeah, there's going to be probably 15+ people that are leaving in Essex that are going to be working here.
Thank you.
All right, good. Let's move on to 22, please.
David Antonio, Department of Public Works. Item number 22 is an award of contract to French and Parello to provide the design engineering and the construction inspection services required to perform the mini golf improvements at Essex County South Mountain Reservation Complex in an amount not to exceed $178,000. French and Parello submitted the highest rated proposal of the 2 received by the county. And the proposed improvements will include regrading the existing mini golf sub-base, installation of new aggregate base, improvements for ponding. Areas are currently ponding. There'll be a reconstruction and realignment of holes, of the golf holes in themselves, replacement of any site furnishings that are worn, repainting. So generally speaking, this is a refresh of the existing facility, along with some additional improvements like ADA compliance, elimination of ponding, which is occurring after the site's been used for so many years now. And that concludes my report, Mr. President.
Thank you. Any questions on 22, Mr. Vice?
No questions.
Mr. McInerney?
Is there any estimate of what those improvements would cost on the mini golf course?
Through you, Mr. President, if based on the cost of the design being $170,000, rule of thumb would say you're looking at $1.5 million.
Okay, thank you very much.
Commissioners, any questions on 22? Seeing none, do I have someone to move 20 through 22?
I'll move it.
Go ahead, Pat.
Commissioner Siebold on the move, second with the quick second is Richardson. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk.
What did he say?
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Who's that?
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold?
Yes.
Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner President Palmeris?
Yes.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Antonio.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night. Let's move on to 23 to 25, which are from the Office of the Sheriff, and they will be read into the record at a later time. Mr. Coulter?
Thank you, Mr. President. Office of the Sheriff contract award to X-ray Imaging, the lowest responsible bidder to provide maintenance and repairs for the voting and rapid scan machines, amount not to exceed $290,000. We had one bidder. Number 24, contract award to Atlas Flasher and Supply Company, sole responsible bidder for the refurbish of one camera trailer, amount not to exceed $24,295. Again, we only had one bidder. Office of the Sheriff contract award, Lawman Supply of New Jersey for the purchase of ammunitions under the state contract 17 Fleet 00740, amount not to exceed $101,962.05. This is in compliance with the board's ordinance of 2015.
Thank you. Mr. Shabazz, any questions on these?
No legal questions.
Mr. McInerney?
No questions.
Commissioners, any questions 23 to 25? Seeing none, someone to move it?
Motion.
Moved by Vice President Cooper. Do I have a second? Second, and Luciano. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk, for 23, 4, and 5.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold?
Yes.
Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner President Palmeris?
Yes.
So
Let's
moved.
move on to 26, which is from,
The Office of the Prosecutor.
this is from the prosecutor's office. It will be read to the record at a later time. Mrs. Coulter.
This is from the Office of the Prosecutor, resolution approving participation with the State of New Jersey grant program administered by the Department of Law and Public Safety, accepting $344,505 from the New Jersey State fiscal year FY25 Arrive Together Grant Program Award number 25ARRB-07, state requirement for participation.
Let me clarify, was that for participation?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Ms. Shabazz, any questions on 26?
No questions.
Mr. McInerney, any
No
questions on 26?
questions. No questions.
Commissioners, any questions on 26? Seeing none, someone to move it?
Is that for participation?
Let me clarify, not for participation.
Couldn't help myself.
But for participation.
Participation.
Yeah, there you go. For the record, let the record reflect its participation. Commissioner Gill, would you like to move 26?
I'll move it.
All right, thank you. Want someone to second? Commissioner Sermons on the second. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk, for number 26.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Richardson?
Yes.
Commissioner Siebold?
Yes.
Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner President Palmeris?
Yes.
So moved.
Let's move on to 27, which is from the Office of the County Administrator, IT Office. They will be read to the record at a later time.
Mr. President, this is a contract awarded to PKA Technology Solutions for the purchase of HPE GreenLake New Tech. This is to further enhance our security and performance of our IT systems. Probably the most important thing is that this platform will provide secure backup and disaster recovery to support our financial systems ensuring that continuity of operations and financial integrity in the case of disruption. And it's, again, the amount of $305,669.76.
Thank you. Mr. Shabazz, any questions?
No questions.
Mr. McInerney?
This contract, is this for the whole county or just the hospital center?
It's for the whole county.
It's for the whole county, okay. I was reading something in here where it says, it ensures that the hospital center can reliably deliver critical healthcare services with safeguarding county data assets. It's in the decision memorandum, unless I'm reading the wrong one. It's H, no, it's the right one. Right, do I have the right, yeah? PKA, I don't know. It's the same vendor, I think.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay,
It's because the paragraph above says, while strengthening county-wide disaster recovery and security storage ability. So I'm sure one of the things that it will do will ensure that the hospital
Center, maybe it's focused on that as well. All right, just wanted to clarify.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Mr. McInerney. Commissioners, any questions? 27? Someone move it?
Motion.
Moved by Vice President Cooper. I'm sorry, Vice President Murray Thomas. I'm looking at Cooper. Someone a second.
Second.
Second. Commissioner Gill on the second. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk, on 27.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Richardson, absent. Commissioner Siebold?
Yes.
Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner President Palmeris?
Yes.
So moved.
So let's move on to resolutions 28 through 39, with the exception of number 29. All the others are in memoriams, commendations, proclamation resolutions. Please note, resolution 29 is a governing body certification of compliance. These can be read into the record at a later time. Commissioners, any questions or comments on this?
Mr. President, well, just wanted to acknowledge, but we may do this a little bit later, but just wanted to acknowledge the African American History Month celebration and all the honorees who are here, and commendations. What a great program that our county Board of Commissioners staff and all of the commissioners who were there put together, that our public participated in, and certainly celebrating some incredible people in our county.
Indeed, very well attended event. It was great. It was a great time. Thank you. Has someone to move these?
Motion.
Moved by Vice President Cooper. Second?
3 times a charm, Mr. President.
I'm so sorry. I'm looking this way to see who's going to second, because they're going to sit on this side. I'm so sorry. Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas on moving it. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Gill. Roll call, Madam Deputy Clerk.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Commissioner Gill?
Yes.
Commissioner Luciano?
Yes.
Commissioner Mercado, absent. Commissioner Richardson, absent. Commissioner Siebold?
Yes.
Commissioner Sermons?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice President Murray Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner President Palmeris?
Yes.
So moved.
Let me not say Commissioner Sermons too many times. So I got it right. All right, let's. Madam Deputy Clerk, are there any added starters?
No, Mr. President.
All right, let's move on to report of board committees. It's early in the year, we haven't had any. Do you have any legislative, Commissioner Cooper?
I just want to put on the record now that we are planning a TNVR committee meeting. I think we're looking for sometime in April or maybe May. We're going to work with the administrator's office. We was waiting to time it for the award of the contracts. So, Mr. Jackson, is your office, did we award those yet?
No. I think it'll be the 25th, our next board meeting.
The next board meeting. So then after that, we'll host the committee meeting. And, naturally, we'll advertise it and we'll invite the groups to come in.
Of course. So, Madam Deputy Clerk, let's make sure we get that committee schedule on the pipeline there as soon as we can.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Written communications? Seeing none. Unfinished business? Seeing none. New business? Seeing none. All right, let's move on to public comment. If there's any member of the public who would like to comment on any matter, please come to the microphone, state your name, address, and affiliation for the record. You have 3 minutes to speak.
David Weiner, City Radio Local 1081. 2 things. One, the ordinances tonight, I believe you didn't vote on them. You made a motion to close, which was passed, but you didn't vote on the ordinance.
More, thank you.
Well,
It was a public comment.
yeah, but don't you vote on it? I mean, you put it was,
We did it for public.
it was ordinance, second reading, and public comment. Sir, do you vote on second readings?
Sir, we've already moved on that.
You moved to close, you didn't move to vote on it.
We moved to close on it, yes, correct.
So when do you vote on it?
It's been voted on already, sir.
Just by closing?
No.
Okay, well, I'll check the video, thank you. I want to go back to the issue that we brought up. On the day of the belligerent, first of all, the governor, my brother said what Joe D. said, but on that day, the day before actually, Governor Sherrill said, I am urging you to stay off the roads Sunday through Monday. Sherrill said the heaviest snowfall is expected Sunday night and Monday morning. On the day of the blizzard, all public transportation was shut down. 50 South Main Street security did not show up. Only one sheriff's officer showed up in the building, which is 5 stories, so they didn't let any clients into the building. The back parking lot, as I reported on Burnett Street, was not plowed until late in the morning, and East Orange had blocked the entrance. The garages at 320, 321 University Avenue were poorly plowed, and with reportedly no clients arriving until the buildings until they were mercifully closed at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're again urging you, as my brother did from the IBW, to meet with the unions and to come up with an ordinance of your own and vote on it that would require some type of rules and regulations regarding bad weather and whether employees had to work or not. I believe the administration has claimed in the past, I believe the administrator has, that, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but that allegedly if you close down any of the non-24/7 hour facilities, the youth house, the jail, and the mental facility, that you have to pay overtime to the other employees. We're going to look at the contracts and look at the code, administrative code, because we've never seen that written anywhere, that you have to pay people overtime if we weren't to work. We're not looking to get out of work. We're looking not to be put in a position, as my sister said, our members are women and they have children and they have concerns about that those children are left at home because the school's closed. It's a real problem. I'm going to stand here for the next 4 seconds and wait for my time to go up, and thank you very much.
Chris Taylor. First, a point of personal privilege to this honorable body, the county executive, county administrator. In the last 3 weeks, you have all done me and my family a great service as we dealt with the passing of my beautiful wife, Brenda Taylor, of 43 years. Your commendations, your words of condolences and things are something me and my family will never forget, and I cannot be thankful to you enough for it. You truly show that when it is necessary, the county comes together and we support each other, and we will continue to do that. Now back to the Family Feud. This is what I was going to play for you earlier.
Everyone to be safe, so please stay home and off the road.
That is the county executive.
Put on the mic.
I was trying to get you to the plate.
Food and water in your vehicle, and make sure you.
The back.
We want everyone to be safe, so please stay home and off the road.
That is the county executive on national news saying we want everyone to be safe. That was the directive. The next directive came from the sheriff.
Very direct. If you are not a first responder, police, fire, EMS, or driving a snowplow, you should not be on the roads. This is not a suggestion.
That is the chief law enforcement official for the county of Essex, directing people that it is not a suggestion, you want to stay off the roads. So the county should not have been open, the county should not have been open by their own words. We're asking you to go back now, implore this administration. They made employees use personal time and other things, give those employees that time back. We're asking you again to convene those labor committees and other things to look into this. And in my last minute, David, I'm going to try to be a little bit more helpful to you as trying to get some question things answered. Sometime in 2008 or 2009, this body created a decision based upon the safety committee that in the event that Essex County became inaccessible, because this was just past 2011, the entire seat of government would be moved, Frank, to the Essex County Hospital Center. So data and everything else up there. The clerk of the board's office has a valise at the County Hospital Center with the code of the County of Essex, the SOPP, a computer, nameplates for each and every one of your districts because they did not know who might survive, nameplates from everyone at the administration that's supposed to be updated on a regular basis and things. That may be why that thing says Hospital Center, because all the data was made to be stored up there. Thank you very much, and we hope that this board will look into setting up some things with the unions to try to resolve these issues.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor.
Good evening, Lisa Maddox Douglas, Public Employees Supervisors Union. I share the sentiment of my brothers here who just shared with you that we are asking that you reinstate the personal time that was utilized by our parents who had to come into work, or perhaps they just had to stay home because their children were home. So we're asking that you reinstate their personal time, their vacation time, whatever other time, whether it was comp time, that you reinstate their time. Also, I heard about the wonderful Black History celebration that you had here with the commissioners. We're asking that you also think about that. I did send an email to Director Anibal Ramos asking why did we not celebrate Black History Month in the Division of Family Assistance and Benefits. This should not have to be shouldered by each administrator within the offices. This needs to be something that happens from the administration. Well, perhaps it would happen from the administration if we had a CWA director, which we don't. If you look on the website, it says to be determined. Well, that's been about 2 years. We don't have any real clear leadership in the Division of Family Assistance and Benefits, and we're asking you and imploring you that part of that budget that you consider promoting one of the deputies, because we do have deputies in place, to be the next director, which has not happened. Perhaps they're waiting for a political appointment, but we believe it needs to be someone who is there and in the seat already. Also, I was here, I think about a year ago, when we had the disparity study, and I was here with the NAACP at the time, and we had a question about the MGT disparity study. My question is, as I sat here to hear all of these contracts, I'm wondering how close we got to the goal of ensuring that more Black, brown, women, and people of color are awarded these contracts. So if we can have an update on that, I would love to hear what's happened after the study. It's like we had the study, but nothing. There was a bunch of recommendations, and I have them here on my phone. I'm wondering if any of those recommendations, if you took heed to any of that. Also, we were here, I believe, a month or two ago, Brother Weiner, and we spoke about the homelessness issue in the city of Newark. We also spoke about the lack of contract that was provided to the YMCA. I believe it went out for a reissue of some sort. However, I must share with you that we still, on a daily basis, are turning clients away because we don't have any beds for them, okay, specifically males. I don't think that's a good look, and I think that we certainly need to look into that. Also, I think I spoke to you about the CWA director, but we need to make sure that we handle that with the lack of beds, and I too will run out my clock. And thank you for your time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a great evening, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Mathis.
Peace and blessings. My name is Muta El Ame. I'm a lifelong Essex County resident. I run a community center inside Bradley Courts Housing, one of the most vulnerable places in Newark. And we have a situation with the SNAP benefits. This is going to create a dire situation. We have a lot of families that were scammed out of their SNAP benefits, and when they called the county to see what was going on, the county gave them a list of pantries. I assure you that the pantries cannot handle the amount that is going to be needed based upon how many people are being scammed. So in the facility that I'm in right now, we are looking at upwards of 30 people, 30 families. And that's just in that one location. I've been told that this is more than just a Essex County situation, that is other states as well. I want to make sure that I put this on the record so that we can get the situation addressed, because it is definitely a dire situation. We have the most vulnerable families without the proper care and nutrition to get their kids food and things like that. I yield.
Good evening. Douglas Freeman, representing the South Ward and Irvington District. I'm not sure if you are aware, but a gentleman lost his life on Chancellor Avenue because he had to walk in the road. We called the state to find out who was responsible for clearing the bridges on Lyons Avenue and Chancellor Avenue. We received a runaround from the state. They said it's the property owner abutting to the piece of the bridge property. Then it turned into the city's responsibility. The city says it's the state says it's the county now, and we received the runaround. Thankful Irvington stepped up and said that they would do it, and I thank Irvington for doing that. But we need to worry about pedestrian safety. Pedestrian safety matters to us tremendously, especially when there's a loss of life. And to have that loss of life the week before the snowstorm, and still we getting a runaround on who's going to shovel the bridges. The reason why the community did not volunteer, because it's over a highway. And as you know, we don't want to toss snow onto the highway or ice and those things, and that's something that the community should not be doing anyway. So through your office, Mr. President, we're asking that you investigate to find out what is the protocol of clearing the bridges on Lyons Avenue and Chancellor Avenue, and anyone that's a county is next to that particular property of the state, that we know who is responsible for icing, putting salt down and clearing it. Thank you very much.
Mr. Friedman, if you could get with Adam to get the details, that way we can forward it to engineering, who I would think would have a handle on those things, or whomever they have would come with it.
Good evening, Maggie Freeman, South Ward, Weekway Park, whatever hat you want to put on me today. I just have 3 points that we experienced, one with the snowstorm and a few others while I was sitting here. We need upgrades with equipment for the maintenance crews for the county parks, such as because we have rubberized surfaces in Weekway Park in particular, the pedestrian walkways and the rubberized track, they go uncleared. So what happens is that you have people going inside the roadway. I happen to have assisted someone that was probably 85 years old in just trying to navigate that Carmichael Drive. So it's definitely a safety issue with inclement weather. So we definitely need rubberized things that could go possibly on the carts that we're going to be renting out, I believe. So that I want to say it's plows that have the rubberized material at the bottom so that it doesn't scrape or damage the property. That's one thing. Two, in just hearing of the amount of contracts that come through your board, I'm suggesting that the schools under the Essex County Auspice kind of work with those students that are graduates and seniors who are qualified and certified to do the work, so that way we can ensure that Essex County students have an opportunity to work on these job sites, and maybe as apprenticeships, internships, et cetera. I feel like we are building the talent that we need. Why aren't we using them first? And two, we need to expand the parameters of the ECUA. What we're finding is that there's a lot of safety issues with the wiring consistently. There's outdated infrastructure. We've witnessed on Lyons Avenue live wires happening. We happen to report that, but
the majority of the constituents are not going to call you when there's a problem. How are we inspecting those things and staying on top of it? So our suggestion is that each city have representatives on like an advisory board of some sort. Maybe we could kind of come together on a monthly or quarterly basis. I know that you all meet on your schedules, but how are your cities coming back with the information of the needs, such as the high cost and utility bills, like all these different things that are happening, and we don't really have a say outside of what you're kind of voting on. So those are my 3 points. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Commissioners. Norm Suteria, 99 Berkeley Avenue, Bloomfield, New Jersey. Pedestrian safety affects everyone, countywide, especially, and we know sort of 2 back-to-back snowstorms that have happened. I think it's time, Commissioner President, that we actually stand up a task force comprised of community members, county officials, local officials, state officials, to work out all of these challenges when it comes to snow removal, particularly along the bridges, but also at the 460 intersections that are controlled by Essex County. You've heard me before. I was speaking about Watsessing and Bloomfield, the crossings there. Anywhere where there is a crossing guard and it's a county road, it needs to be prioritized during snow removal. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I was here also last time talking about Dr. Linda Davis in Savannah, Georgia. I could not imagine how prescient my comments were in that a week later there was an ICE pursuit in Newark that injured 3 children. That was just astounding to me. And what I'm asking your body to do is to follow in the footsteps of Mayor Ras Baraka and actually come up with legislation that protects people when they come to Essex County facilities. So please, for consideration, restrictions on county property. If we have folks that come to a county park, can ICE operate in a county park? Branchburg Park, Weequahic Park, Watsessing Park, Brookdale Park. How about if I am someone who is an undocumented immigrant and I'm coming to an Essex County building seeking out services? Am I safe in that building? I'm not sure. So for consideration longer term. A few other non-agenda items too. I wanted to introduce these 3 state bills that are authored by State Senator Brittany Timberlake. S3714, the Justice for Firefighter Patrick Thomas Act, S3706, and S3715. 3714, the Justice for Firefighter Patrick Thomas Act. I'm asking for your support of all 3 of these bills. This one in particular, people convicted of certain crimes or offenses to become ineligible for appointment to position covered by civil service and to lose their pension and benefits acquired. There's another one, S3706, presumption of knowledge that a noose or a Nazi or Confederate symbol would cause bias intimidation. That way nobody could say, oh, I didn't know. And then S3715 establishes requirements for students engaging in certain bias-related conduct to be aware of that. And if they do engage, thank you, if they do engage in it, just that they receive counseling. Thank you so much.
Okay, Madam Deputy Clerk, let the record reflect that there's no one else wishing to speak at this time, so we'll move on to the Commissioner comment session. Commissioners, any comments? Commissioner Cooper?
Thank you, Mr. President. First, I want to thank the administration and the Parks and Recreation for letting me and the Seven Oaks Society use the Monte Irvin Community Center to distribute coats last Saturday. We distributed over 500 coats. I want to thank you. It was a last-minute request, and you guys were able to accommodate us. So thank you very much for that. While I was there at the community center, one of the things that jumped out was there was a line of people waiting to use the electric charging station that's there. It's one, and what I learned from talking to them was that they're grateful and thankful that the county install that charging station there. The unfortunate thing is it has an arm up on, the parking lot. So if that arm is down, the public can't come in to use that. Why is that important? Apparently, the next closest charging station would be Union, West Orange, or going to Bloomfield. And you guys know better than me how the electric cars work. If it doesn't have a lot of power, the car shuts down, it can't go forward. So I was wondering if we could come up with some kind of mechanism where we could figure out how to grant the public access, maybe people who pre-register, maybe a code access or something, so that they can get in to utilize the charging station for their car. This one young lady who happened to be an Orange resident was trying to make her way to there, and the arm was down, she couldn't get in, and her car cut off on her, and she had to tow the car. It doesn't go. So that's my request to the administration. Can we come up with some kind of mechanism to figure out how we can grant residents access when the arm is down? The next thing I want to talk about is the disparity study. Thank you so much for bringing up the disparity study. I too was wondering about the, knowing that it's almost like the anniversary when they came to do the presentation, there was a whole laundry list of recommendations. What recommendations have the administration implemented? I know I saw a couple of weeks back that you guys had a series of small business outreach contractors sign up. Have we yielded, come up with any new contractors to play the connection game to respond to the wonderful portals and things that Jay's office, when you put out your bids and specs? So what recommendations have we implemented from that study that we put together, and what outreach are we doing to get more vendors to come in? Next issue is, do we have a process where we connect the residents that go through employment and training to some of the vendors that we give contracts to? We give out a lot of money to vendors and contractors to do various work for us. If you look, our unemployment rate here in the county is 5.5%. We're like in the top 10 across the country for highest unemployment rates. We have a lot of people that go to the wonderful offices that we have that train people. Do we have a process where we play that connection game to get some of the employees that's going to employment and training to some of the potential positions that could be available through some of the entities that we give contracts to? Do we have a process? I'd like to know what that process is, and do we have a way to evaluate if people are actually hired when we make those referrals? The SNAP scam, I heard about that. I thought that was like a hoax, that it wasn't real. And if it's true, based upon the person who just came to the mic, I'm sure Director Ramos is on top of it. Is there something that we can do to ensure that our residents who were unfortunately victims of this scam, is it a way for us to return those benefits back to them? I don't know about y'all, but I know the cost of groceries have gone up. I used to pay $2.50 for a loaf of bread. Now it's $4.50. So you're talking about people who need their SNAP benefits. What mechanisms, what are we doing? And if it's bigger than just Essex County, is there a way for us to return those benefits back to those residents that were unfortunately impacted? Last comment is about the snow. This administration does a magnificent job in all the things that you guys do. The last time that we had this level of snow that we got a couple of weeks ago was like 2016, that high amount of snow. My questions are, what did we do back then when it happened? What's the historical precedents that we use? Because it is kind of conflicting and confusing to hear the governor say, state of emergency, shut down, don't go out, don't do anything. The bus is shut down, the school is shut down, but I still have to come to work. I get it that you want me to use my personal time, but financially, that impacts me. So it makes me say, what do other counties do? What do the universities do? As an employer, I appreciate that I don't want to give away, pay for you not coming to work. I get it. But when it's unprecedented at the level that it was, what do other counties do? What are other mechanisms that we could come up? And I'm not talking about when it just snows on a regular basis. it was a lot of snow out there, and it was a lot of snow that we had to move. So perhaps maybe we could come up with some kind of policy for extenuating circumstances. So I was wondering, what do we have on the books that speak to extraordinary weather, like what we just dealt with, you know? So those are my questions, and I'll be looking forward to a response from the administration. Thank you.
Any other commissioners? All right. Seeing none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Moved by Cooper, second by Luciano. All in favor? Aye. The ayes have it.